morning we're going to call Central Maine Power and find out if they want to tell us today who it was that called and said they were Kim, or that accepted a call back from Central Maine Power claiming to be Kim in regards to having the power disconnected and the equipment removed from the home that I was buying from Philip Dickey. Now, it was noted by Philip, told to Philip verbally, person to person, from his mouth in front of me and in front of Timmy Dickey to Somerset County Sheriff's Department from the Skowhegan or Madison, Maine office when he came to my property May 2nd, 2021, pulled in the driveway like he thought he was somebody, driving a 4x4 fucking Chevy truck by Somerset County Sheriff's Department. And he pulled Philip off the property to the front of the property where we had been out back walking the property. He was showing me around, okay? And so knowing that Timmy Dickey was there, I was there, and we heard the police deputy sheriff talk to Philip, and Philip told him I was his niece and I was buying the home. It wasn't long after that, a few weeks later, that the Smalls and their concocted stories led to an arrest, a violation of probation, because they had previously claimed that Philip had done wrong, whatever. I wasn't there, and till this day, I tell you, I don't care what you have to say. I wasn't there, you weren't there, and unless you were there, you don't know the truth either. And with that being said, what I do know is that the deputy was told by Philip that I was buying the home. That was on the Sunday, May 2nd, and I know I bitched and complained, and it's an email bitching and complaining about it. Due to the fact, for one, you violated my rights. That's a major. On a Sunday, violating my religious beliefs and my right to peace. Okay? So then they arrest Philip, and they weren't allowing me to have power put on the property. Central Maine Power, a guy named Joey from Bingham. Everybody knows Joey, and everybody's well aware of the situation. Joey said that I had to buy a new telephone pole. Well, it ended up being that all these people from the fire department, Gordon Obert, been there for years. He's a pervert as well. Okay? He's an abuser. Anyways, that goes without saying, but he even said there's no reason why there can't be power to that pole. Clayton Dickey said it. Several other people said it. Dan Rankin said it. Jeff, my buddy Jeff Quinn said it. Okay, these are all people that are familiar with all of it. Okay, so knowing that they had all been out to the property, and they had all suggested and insisted that I could get property power to that pole, okay? 60 days later, to the same pole, the power was run. But before that, TDS had come out and run cable, internet, and phone, okay? So in September, I registered my business as a nonprofit to help the community. I had done all that work at the house and was still waiting on windows. I had gotten stove piping, and I was waiting to get the stove installed. In the meantime, I went on a missing person search for my daughter. During that time, I was contacted by the police and told to make medical decisions on my daughter. Before I left, it was noted to the police that my daughter was missing. So therefore, everybody knew, including the pastors. I mentioned her before, and I'll mention her again, Pastor Sharon of North Anson Methodist Church, okay? Across from the parking lot, which is down below the Quaker cemetery that's been dissolute and not tended to. Anyhow, my home got burned. So, we're going to call Central Maine Power because there's discrepancy. Was the house burned before or after the power was cut? I was told that on December 7th that it was requested the power be turned off. I was told on December 8th that CMP went and retrieved their equipment. Who called and requested my power be turned off? I had not moved out. Who moved me out of my home? Cut my power, condemned it, stole my chickens, all of my personal identifications and property and belongings, and violated my rights. Let's find out.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Central Maine Power. Flip a switch and we're there.
Keegan, how can I help you?
Hi, Keegan. I have a recorded conversation, and it was with Central Maine Power months ago, and I never received the answers that I requested. So I'm calling today, and I'm requesting as a former customer to Central Maine Power, knowing that both lines are recorded, I want some answers to my account. I want to know who called and requested my account to be disconnected back in December of 2021.
Yeah, let me take a look. What was the address?
383 North New Portland Road, North Anson, Maine, 04958.
Alright, and who am I speaking with?
You're speaking with the account holder.
What was your last name again? I'm sorry.
I'm going to say that's perhaps a lot of the problem is the fact that they don't even have the right address on the mailing for me, because it should be addressed as my name. The address is 383 North, not N, and then New Portland Road. And it's not Anson, Maine. It's North Anson, and we're not going to change to Anson. And the zip code is not 04911. My zip code for 383 North New Portland Road, North Anson, Maine is 04958. So I've had nothing but problems with Central Maine Power and my account right from the first time that I tried to establish power back in May of 2021. And that's why I'm calling here today, because I've had nothing but issues with this account. And then somebody called reportedly on December 7th and ordered for my power to be turned off. And it's noted in my account that CMP went December 8th of 2021 and took their equipment and turned off my power. Well, that's part of a frivolous act that happened not on CMP's side, but due to the fact that my home was burned down during the time that I was gone on a missing person search for my own daughter. And CMP noted to me in a detailed recorded conversation back in January that they had gone out, they had received a call, and when they tried to call a phone number back, that the person said that they were me, but wouldn't identify their last name. But that CMP went out anyway as directed on December 8th and took the equipment and turned off my power. So I'm trying to find out how that happened, why it happened. My house got condemned, and then it was told to the American Red Cross that I didn't live in my home when it got condemned, and that the power was taken out, and that my livestock was stolen, and then my home got burned down. It's all part of a hate crime without a doubt. So I'm trying to retrieve the information on my account.
I'm trying to locate that account, and I'm having absolutely no luck. My phone keeps breaking up and is somewhat distorted. Could you spell your last name one last time, please?
Yes. They even told me they called a phone number that is not my account and wouldn't be associated with my phone numbers. My phone number's been the same for quite some time. And I had a house number too.
Alright, so your account is listed under house right now. I was able to find for security on the account, could you verify the last four of your social security number, please?
Yes, 8445.
287-6968?
No, that's not the number.
Okay, we'll change that. North Anson 04958-7406 as a post office mailing address.
That was my rural route address, and now I have a forwarding address.
All right, would you like me to update that mailing address on your account?
Only what you initially changed to being the appropriate physical address, which was also the mailing address. Because at this point, I believe that this is a very criminal situation that's taken place against me, and I don't want to further give my information.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Certainly. All right, so we have the account open. We have, you've cleared security with me. What information are you looking to get?
I'm looking to find out about, the whole thing is strange, okay? Because I was on the missing person search, like I said to you, and during that period of time, excuse me, my home got notably listed condemned, the day after Thanksgiving is when I was called about it. So knowing that I was gone on a missing person search and that I had a house sitter, somebody called and ordered for my power to be turned off without my acknowledgement. And I was told by CMP back in January that they had noted on my account somebody had called on December 7th, requested the power and equipment to be removed, and that CMP reached out to someone who identified themselves to be me but wouldn't identify the last name. However, CMP obliged and they went out and they discontinued my service on December 8th and notably took the equipment from the property. Well, I'm in question as to who did what, when, why, and where, because leading to that left me without adequate shelter in the middle of the winter during the time that I was in crisis searching for my daughter, who was notably missing and found to be in a sex trafficking ring in Orlando, Florida. And during that time, that was it was November 28th when I received a call on her, and that's the same day, coincidentally, that my home was listed to be condemned. And then the day after she was released from the hospital is when my power was ordered to be cut by somebody, and my home was burned right after my daughter got released from the hospital. So we had no place to go home to. And when I called CMP, like I said, in January, the woman was very rude to me, and she told me that she wasn't giving me any information, that anybody could steal power. My neighbor could steal my power if they wanted to. I thought that was pretty wrong of her to say. And I thought that, being my account, somebody would have to reach out to me. They had my email address for my billing because I'm a traveler, so they should have been able to contact me by email if they were in question of, were they talking to me or who they were talking to, who ordered for my power to be turned off. Nobody could order for my power to be turned off when there was an agreement between the previous owner and myself that I bought that house. I was buying that home. I was living there. I had livestock there. I had everything there. I was away on a missing person search. I hadn't moved out of my home. Somebody moved me out of my home and burned it down on me and had my power turned off, but the internet and cable from another company didn't get turned off until January 7th. So there's a lot of frivolous activity that happened to me, and I'm just trying to get the answers on my account as to who called who. Who reached out to who? They didn't reach out to me.
Right now, and I can,
And then they told American Red Cross that I wasn't living there when my home got burned down and condemned. So I haven't been able to get any kind of assistance. I've been out here traveling, doing missionary work, and trying to help those that are in despair like myself. And this is what I do. And because of what I do, they burned me out. My home was listed no trespassing, and it was a Quaker ladies' meeting place. So it's obvious a hate crime.
Could I ask you to hold while I research some more information on the account, please?
I wish you would, please. Thank you. Because I was in close contact with people at CMP in regards to like different situations before I had to leave on a missing person search. In fact, they had sent me a form on July 12th to fill out for medical because I have a heart monitor, I have a pacemaker, and I was at length conversation with the lady about getting power in the meantime because it took me 60 days of requesting power to be put at that house. Because the people in the town officials don't like the previous owner of the property. He's a listed sex offender. It's not my fault.
Right. No, I certainly understand that. Could I ask you to hold?
Yes, please, and note that my phone's only 1%. I'll give you my phone number. You can contact me back because I know the battery's gonna...
Order the power off.
Correct. And the lady, like I said back in January, told me that she wasn't going to give me that information that anybody could order for me to have my power turned off.
Okay.
I would have thought it would have been me, and she also made the statement that anybody can steal anybody's power. The neighbor could steal my power if they wanted to. She said that to me. It's in a recorded conversation.
So if somebody goes to move into your location, they can close your account and turn power on in their name at that location, but they, without.
But what they did was they condemned my home frivolously, and then within 2 weeks period of time, they didn't even contact me that they had tried to condemn my home, but they burned it before I could get home, and how it had my power removed in the meantime. And they stole my livestock. So that destroyed everything. That destroyed my housing, that destroyed my livestock, my food, my animals, my rights, everything.
All right. Could I ask, could I give you a call back when I get some more answers, please?
Yes, sir. I thank you very much. Thank you kindly.
Thank
And bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Now you know shit's starting to get real again because here I am still in D.C. Okay? That was Central Maine Power. And he's going to do some investigating. He's going to find out. Like he said, somebody can cut my power if they were going to be moving in, but they know on my account that I live there. I was buying that home. That's how I got power turned on there. And when Somerset County Sheriff's Department decides to do the right thing and tell the truth about, first of all, who was it, the deputy that came out May 2nd, 2021 to my home and talked to Philip and was told by Philip that I was buying that home. Okay? So those are the answers that we want. And those are the answers I am not going to stop seeking until I receive them.